Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since I posted a video. We've just been crazy busy. We started a new job a couple weeks back and it's just pretty much consumed all of our time. And long days, early mornings, but it's good. But my phone would just not stop blowing up today. So you guys can see I got the 299 loaded up right now. Last night I had to go pick that up because it was on rent. Got another phone call that's going out today. John's over there in the 259 getting that thing ready. We got to take the mower attachment out of that. And we're both going to deliver both of those right now. And we got a couple other things I want to show you. I want to show you guys my very first tractor that I ever had. Now, it's definitely not like the coolest tractor in the world, but it's probably the most unique one that I have. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of the backstory of how we got it. And a couple other things throughout the video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump into this. Alright, so I just pulled up to site. Got to unload the 299, and I did see that the forestry attachment's back there. So I called up the guy. We're going to go ahead and play with it for a little bit and see what kind of damage we can do. I'm super excited. I've never ran one before. I hear they're just wicked. So I'm really excited. We'll see how this goes. So let's check this thing out. Oh, Hawthorne cat, always coming in strong. Got some sort of pressure gauge right here. Protective wrap around your hydraulic hookups. There are some electronics involved in this thing. You got this bar up here to push over trees or whatever. You got the actual cutters down here, which I believe these are carbide teeth. And they are, I think they're replaceable somehow. Yeah, just unbolt them right here and you can switch them out. So this guy spins crazy fast, shoots stuff really far. The electronics are going to be for this. It's going to divert hydraulic pressure to different places on the attachment, so lift this up or down. Got some skids. All in all, it's a pretty basic attachment. It just spins real fast and cuts stuff. But let's get this thing hooked up. I'm super stoked. I'm going to take the bucket off the 299. And hook it up. And I'm not gonna have all the fun because, you know, he's renting my tractor and he's got a job to do. But he said, yeah, no problem, go ahead and test it out. So we're just gonna take down some brush real quick and yeah, we'll see how this thing works. So I guess that little pressure gauge right there tells you if you're pushing it too hard. So right now we're just in the yellow. Not gonna be a big deal. And here we go. Holy smokes. Yeah, I think I'm in love. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear some of this a little bit, set my camera down, hopefully I don't throw something at it and destroy it, and here we go. Otherwise, super love this attachment. I think it looks pretty gnarly on the 299. I think the 299 is just one of the best looking tractors all around. Super cool. It cleared this stuff out, no problem. Now, I'm not very good with one. I've never used one before. This is my first time. So I'm sure there's guys that can like clear this up real nice. I'm just playing with it. All right, we got the 299 parked right next to his 259, which is pretty new. It's got the new Cat graphics on it. I don't know how Cat does it, because in essence, the machine, it's pretty similar. It's got like the same style arms, same style vertical lift. Vertical lift's a must for me, because we load the dump trucks with these things. So really, the machines are super similar, but they come up with new badging, and it's just like, maybe I should get a new machine, even though this thing's perfectly fine. I love Caterpillars. They're the best tractors. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the first tractor I ever owned. Now, I know I'm a Cat guy. Everything I have is Cat, except for one machine. You guys have probably seen it floating around in the back from time to time. She's old. It's a 50-year-old tractor. It's an old John Deere 2020. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this thing. Doesn't get used a whole lot, but it's probably the most unique tractor that I have. Also, can you guys tell I'm getting old? I'm just walking up a hill, filming myself, and I'm getting out of breath. So don't get old, stay young. So we don't really use that tractor a whole lot. We just use it for like a hay ride around Christmas time, and then we use it to clear brush. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that, and I'll show you guys my old girl. This thing can boogie. It goes pretty quick. Oh man. So I am just wrapping up, clearing some brush or weeds or whatever you want to call it. I'm probably the coolest tractor that I have. Many of you might not think so, but this is definitely the oldest tractor that I have. This is an old school John Deere 2020. It's about as mechanical as it gets, like almost zero electronics on it. This machine, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about it. So initially when we were looking at getting this ranch, the shop behind us, it had what I thought was a dirt floor. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I started cleaning it out. I mean, it was just filled with junk, even more so than it is now. So as I start cleaning it out, I come across one spot where I see some concrete. And so I chipped it out and I was like, oh, it's got a concrete floor. So this was one of the things that we had to negotiate on, because the original owner kind of wanted to keep it. It did have some issues with it. There are a bunch of attachments like scattered throughout the property that go with this machine. If you guys look over there, it's kind of hard to see, but right there, it has a attachment that goes right here for a front bucket. But obviously we have the skid steers and the wheel loader and backhoes, and all those can move dirt way faster than this thing would ever need to. So pretty much all this thing does is once a year it does a hay ride, and then the rest of its life it usually has a brush cutter on it. So right now is like brush cutting season, because it just got done raining, the weeds are growing like crazy, and the rattlesnakes are starting to come out. So with my 3 little ones running around, this thing's gonna be getting a lot of use right now, because a lot of people rent my 259 with the brush hog attachment. So I get stuck using the old school stuff, and my father-in-law, he helps out a lot with it too, and technically it's kind of his tractor too. So when we first got it, it had some issues with the steering. It had a cracked wheel. The steering's still not the greatest. When you get going fast, it's like it starts swimming back and forth. It did have an injection pump issue. It wouldn't really throttle up. You'd have to like go boom, 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 try and get it to grab, and eventually it would throttle up. But yeah, this thing's about as mechanical as it gets. I love it. I love old mechanical stuff. You have to physically select which gear you want it to go in. You have to actually know how to use a clutch to use this guy. Here's the power takeoff for it. I mean, almost everything is mechanical on this tractor. You can see that it's got a slightly upgraded seat. Old steering wheel. Here's the throttle. It's got cutting brakes down there. This is what raises it and lowers the elevation for the attachments on the back. It does have a postal digger for it. It's got a Gannon, and it's got some other like manure spreaders and some other stuff. And then one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. So farming is not my forte. I'm not good at it. I don't claim to be. We tried doing it when we first bought this place for a little bit, and I pretty much failed miserably. My wife, she has much more of a green thumb than I do. She has her garden down by the house that she does really well with. So things that I am good at is construction. So this guy right here is what I call it a vac tank. There's a lot of different names for them. Basically what it is, it's got a diesel engine, high pressure pump, big vacuum, and here's your high pressure sprayer. Now what you do with this, you daylight utilities with it. A lot of times you see big trucks that have this setup on it, but we do small stuff. So anyhow, I'm not dogging on Sunbelt. I'm just going to give you guys some warning. Anytime you guys rent a trailer, specifically trailer, so I'm going to highly suggest, since I'm in the rental business too, anytime you guys rent a piece of equipment, make sure you get the equipment protection plan, because it saved my bacon. The first day we rented this, machine worked great, no problems, did exactly what we wanted it to. We found all the utilities we were looking for, but on our way to go dump this beautiful sludge, this tire right here went kaboom. And had I not have gotten the equipment rental protection plan, I'd had to pay for that out of pocket, which is just a tire, it's not a big deal. But because I did, Sunbelt came out and fixed the tire right away. Now, if you don't get equipment rental protection plan, anytime you guys pick up a trailer, you need to double, triple, quadruple check before you pull that trailer out of the lot that the tires have proper PSI. Because here's what happened. Got hot that day. Anytime you get hot temps and low pressures in a tire, I can almost guarantee it's going to explode. So when the tire guy came out, he was real quick, efficient. He got this thing on. We were on our way in no time. But I asked him to check the pressure in this tire, and it was at 35 PSI. These are supposed to be at 80. So I'm probably pretty sure that this guy was not too far off either. So if you guys are not going to get the equipment rental protection plan, you need to double, triple check the air pressure on the tires before you leave the facility. Just like I said, it was the first day we'd had this. That tire blew out due to no fault of my own. So anyhow, it's a sweet trailer. I want to get one. We are about to pick up a machine that's on rent. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you start a business, it helps so much to have someone that's got your back and that is willing to help you out. Right now, the customer that has my tractor ended up getting a whole bunch of attachments with it. And he requested the second batch of attachment after I'd already delivered the tractor. And so typically the trailer that I do all my deliveries with is having some issues right now. It needs some work. And so I'm having to make multiple trips to go get all the stuff. And so on our way back, my wife, I was telling her that it's going to take me a while to get everything done tonight. And she, without skipping a beat, says, let me hook up to one of the smaller trailers and go get the attachments for you. So she is right behind me in her truck. And we are about to pull up to the dude's house to pick up the tractors. And she's just the best ever. So we are just pulling into the guy's house right now. We're going to load up all the attachments in the dump trailer. And then I have the Big Tex, which is a smaller equipment trailer behind me. And so we're going to be able to get everything. And I'm not going to have to make a bunch of trips to come get this stuff. So she's the best. I love her. So I'm going to go ahead and put the screws to this video. This week's just been kind of a whirlwind of a week. Started off really good. Then it kind of went back up, back down, back up. Just crazy stuff all week long. But it's been good. That just comes with the territory. So as always, thank you guys for watching. If you do me a big solid like, subscribe, share with your amigos, and hit that notification button. We will see you guys next time. Later.